Hello and welcome back to the Loud Mouse Podcast for another special episode where there's actually visuals. I'm your host, FPS Diesel. Alongside me, as always, is Quite.
Why the fuck are you touching me, Brendan?
I'm touching Diesel.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Sorry, you're in the way.
As well as Wild Spartans, aka Brandon.
Hi gamers. So this is the real world. Don't get used to this. And you're not gonna get any visuals anytime soon. I just want to let you know. This is the treat. All right. Don't get spoiled. What are we talking about? Because we have no topics lined up because we're not prepared.
We can talk about how we have no topics.
That's true. We don't have any topics.
We don't have topics. You know what I have though? Uno. It's a great game.
Okay. No, there is stuff that happened on the internet.
There is, yeah.
Like,
This week on
the internet, Logan Paul is gay for a month.
it's kind of epic. Not gonna lie.
What do you think is the story with this? Because I didn't read it.
I didn't either.
I read the headline.
I just heard it and I'm like, what?
apparently, the gist of it is that Logan Paul decided that he's just gonna be gay because that's his New Year's resolution. That's one of them.
He said gay for a month, though.
For a month.
I felt like I skimmed the Mashable article and apparently the first, like every month he has like some alliteration meme where like he does a new thing. Like, one of them was like...
So for the first one, he chose to be gay?
No, that was March. Male only March or whatever.
Male only March, yeah. For the entire month of...
What's January?
I think it's vegan or some shit.
But he's vegan already.
I don't
Wasn't
know.
he like permanently
I think
vegan?
it's like group resolutions or some shit that he made with his mates.
Vegan.
So what? Him and his mates are gonna suck each other's dicks?
Well, I mean, that's one way you can be gay for a month without...
I think that's like an easy way to do it, at least.
I mean, I don't know the semantics because I also don't fucking know the whole situation, so I don't feel like talking about
I mean, I don't know.
Like, physically, none of us researched this.
No, none of us did.
No, we just saw Logan Paul said he's gonna go gay for a month, and we're like, what?
I like speculating over how Logan Paul is gonna accomplish this. I think that's the funny
So Logan
part.
Paul's plan is every Saturday he's gonna suck a new dick. In the month of March.
Personally, I think his plan is to main DDD, because if you do that, you're a massive faggot.
What is a DDD?
King DDD.
Oh, okay. It was a smash thing.
Yeah.
Not a gay thing.
I didn't know you didn't know.
I mean, it was. I mean, smashing is kind of gay if you're doing it.
King
with a dude.
DDD got a big DDD.
I mean, like...
Had to smash your bros and smash.
Also, King K. Rule means. Unless he's been nerfed by the
King
time
K.
this
Rule
podcast comes
is
out.
broken.
No, but yeah,
He's
just a
broken.
little bit.
Personally, I like King K. Rule.
Yeah,
but-
because he's broken. That's why you enjoy playing.
You know, that's not really why. I think he's just a good character.
Brandon, you have no skill, and you look like a California raisin.
I beat you every time
Brandon,
in Smash. All right,
Brandon,
back up,
Brandon, if you
kid.
didn't
You
play-
suck at Smash.
Brandon, if
What?
you didn't play Donkey Kong as a kid and you main King K. Rule, it's because he's broken.
Yes. But I still beat Diesel every time.
And
Diesel sucks at Smash.
I don't suck at Smash.
Yeah, no, he rage quits and we have to tell him, Diesel, you get better if you try.
He actually
You can see it.
he actually beat me a couple times yesterday.
Did he? I got
did.
better than you.
I think he's found his main in Corrin.
Who's your
Yeah.
Corn?
Corrin. Yes.
I mean Little Mac, and people make fun of me for it.
Of course we fucking
Yes.
If he's a bad character and I'm good at him, that
do.
means
I mean,
I'm good.
one, it's like in complete inverse proportion to you in reality. And also,
Yeah, the King K. Rule's closer. You want me to play King K. Rule instead?
no, play King DDD.
I don't want. He's OP. Are you kidding me?
He's easier.
His up B is ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's really easy to fucking dodge.
No, his hammer's OP as fuck.
No, it's really. Never mind, he's a slow ass motherfucker.
No, he's OP.
Okay, I don't know if this
Fight
is
him.
just me, but isn't it kind of weird that I have to like turn to my left or turn to my right to talk to you guys? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, the left side.
I'm kind of just talking and not looking anywhere.
the left
That's
side.
weird. I like making eye contact, you know? Like, it's an important function of, like, society.
The
that
left
we
side
live
of my
in.
neck is gonna be really tired.
We live in a society, Diesel. We live in a society.
The thing is, though, the left side of my neck is gonna feel really left out because I have to turn my head to the right for whoever I want to talk to.
And I'm just don't care. Like, I'm staring at the camera right now, and Diesel's looking at me.
Yeah, we're beneath him, literally.
So he's like, "Hey, Diesel, how you doing?" Hey.
I look so small
He
in between
does.
both of
Even though you're bigger than Quaint.
How is that even possible next to me? Like,
Next to me, it makes sense because I am.
I
Bigger
guess you're like
but-
kind of slack.
You know, it's really hard to find things to talk. We could have prepared topics for this episode, and yet, for some reason, we chose not.
Do we ever prepare topics?
okay,
Yes,
most
usually.
times.
No.
yeah,
Let's
most-
talk about
most-
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse,
Oh my
yes!
God, that's
we
right.
can
We all
finally
saw
talk
it.
about
We all
Spider-Verse.
saw it together. We all saw Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
Okay?
we saw
So
it.
first of all, I want to talk about the
Wait,
meme.
these two saw it twice.
Yeah.
I saw it 3 times. This is spoilers, by the way.
Yeah.
Spoilers
'Cause
from here.
It's been out for fucking ever.
So we're gonna talk about the bonus meme at the end of the movie.
bonus.
It's basically a bonus meme. Let's be real. So who wants to explain? I can probably explain it better than I can. Which
Spider-Man, I've seen it the most times. I guess.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Spider-Man 2099, he goes to the past to the fucking Spider-Man pointing meme in the original cartoon, and he gets into an argument with Spider-Man about who started pointing first.
Yeah, and like the point, it's great. It's like one of the good adaptations of a meme
It's
that
really,
studios ever done.
it's really fucking good. Like, I also liked all the references in the movie to the fucking Spider-Man desk meme. Like, remember like when they were in Alchemax Labs and he was like standing behind the desk?
What?
Like, you know when he was typing the password of the computer and then like
Yeah.
Miles was struggling to get off the lights?
Yeah.
It was like a straight shot of like a level with Spider-Man's head, like Peter B. Parker's head, and it was just him behind the desk, like just looking all disappointed.
Oh, okay. I know what meme you're talking about now.
And then there was and then like in the end credits, there like it was a lot more blatant, but there was just like a fucking like a massive room full of the Spider-Man head desk thing, and then the next scene was all those desks smashed and them dancing. It was great.
I don't know. The whole movie was really good. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
fantastic.
Yeah, and then like back on the bonus meme real quick. Definitely my favorite end scene for a movie. Period. And then runner-up's Deadpool 2.
What do you what was I gonna say? Fuck. Shit! I'll let you know if it comes back to me.
I mean, there's so many good parts of that movie. I think Nicolas Cage was perfectly casted as like Spider Noir.
People memed it, but like it was really fitting.
Like genuinely
It was really
good
fitting.
performance.
Yeah.
Every time the fucking match bit came on, like I would always look to the person next to me to see the reaction because like fucking it's so good. But I remember I was gonna ask, where does this rank among the other Spider-Man movies for you guys?
This is by far the best Spider-Man movie. I'm tired of people saying the Sam Raimi like trilogy or like the first.
Yeah,
two
that's
are,
like a
better.
meme. That's like a
But
meme.
like I can't watch those movies in a serious light anymore because they're so campy, you know. And I get like Spider-Man being silly funny, but like it's just too much. Like I can't take the Green Goblin seriously when he has trouble moving his neck in his suit, you know. It's aged. It has aged a lot.
Some might say that's a bad reason to like this movie because this might age in like the next 10 years. But personally, I think the stylistic choices will help it have. Like,
Oh no, this is
Yeah.
gonna age really well in the next 10 years. Yeah,
also,
100%.
also a lot of people say like Spider-Man 2 is the end-all be-all. I think this was better than Spider-Man 2.
I would agree.
And maybe it's just because like I love Tom Holland. But it's like I'm debating if it's better than Homecoming. I'm leaning towards yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't think about what was my favorite Spider-Man movie before this. And I can't really like talk about the old ones that much because I watched them when I was really young.
Same,
I watched them recently. But like from what I remember, like actually no, I did watch the one with Spider-Man. Was it 3 with Venom?
Yeah.
That's the one where
Yeah, finger pointing. Yeah, that one was really like ugh. I didn't like that one that much.
That's the
I
one that-
rewatched it and I was like, this is
That's
not
the one
that great.
everybody's. That's not
they
the one-
meme that in the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like I would watch that one. I'm like, that's not that good. But I don't know. Like compared to Homecoming, like that's what it did. Compared to Homecoming and then this.
Yeah, I guess it's the most recent one. So
Honestly, this one's better than Homecoming.
I would agree.
Like it is. Like it is. I don't know. There's more character
I'm
development.
very confident that this is the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. No, I'd
Hands
say it
down.
too. No, it was a really fun, good movie.
how the fuck does the same studio that created
Makes
the
Emoji Movie.
create
Yeah.
this shit?
Like they
Yeah.
had no bearing on what memes were in that, but this movie.
This movie, they had like
Well,
really good memes.
It's about who's writing it and directing it as
Yeah.
well. Because the guys I think who did the Lego movie did this one. I might be wrong.
They even had.
I'll check.
They even had a fucking picture of one of the terrible ice cream popsicles you can get at a fucking ice cream truck, and it's like. That's actually what they look like too when you fucking take out the bag. Like it's like the droopy eye looking thing, and it's like the colors are all wrong. Yeah, like one of the eyes is like fucking lopsided. It's like that's what they look like, and it's I don't know. It was a really funny movie.
Another thing I really liked about the movie was the fucking soundtrack. Like obviously there's the commission.
The soundtrack was
like,
really fucking good.
There's like that album they have that like complements like the fucking movie. Like a bunch of the tracks off of that were in the movie.
Yeah.
And like I know some people have like problems with like commission for movie songs, but Sunflower is a fucking good song.
Sunflower is a really good song.
But other than that, like even just like the normal OST for the movie, like the themes of the characters that weren't like sung by celebrities or whatever, like the Prowler theme is fucking haunting. It is fantastic.
yeah, it
Like-
is.
Okay, so the movie was written by Phil Lord, who did the Lego movie. He
Makes
did
sense.
22 Jump Street.
That makes sense.
And there was a Easter egg for Clone High. It said Clone College, but he also was the producer on Clone High, which is an underrated TV show from the early 2000s. it's a good show.
Yeah, but and just like capping off the music thing, like my favorite bit I think is probably the fact that the Spidey Christmas album is a real album on Spotify.
No, that's good. That's the type of shit that makes a movie so great. It's like when it leaks into the real world.
It's Chris Pine like went fucking off on Spidey Bells. That shit was great.
Yeah.
Like he like at the end he's like, why does nobody recognize my other talents? I have a degree in chemical engineering.
Yeah, it was really good.
That shit's so
also,
good.
like I like when it seems like people are using more hip hop in movie music now, like movie soundtracks, because like The Grinch, for example, as well had a lot of hip hop.
I don't know.
Which was really strange.
That's one of Tyler the Creator's top songs now.
It's like think about it. It's so fucking weird that they got Tyler the Creator for the fucking Grinch. That's so strange.
I don't think the concept of putting hip hop in movies on its own is enough to like make.
I should say animated film. Because I feel like they're pushing an animated film. It could just be me being more self-aware about it.
Just putting like hip hop in movies and shit. Like I don't think that's a reason to like this movie. I think when it's done well, specifically, like you could like Boogie in the Grinch movie was really fucking weird. Like it shouldn't have been there. Like
I don't really have a problem with it in the movie, in the Grinch movie.
I don't know. It seemed really out of place. Like in the clip that I watched. I didn't watch the whole movie, but it's like the Tyler the Creator album was interesting, but. Hip hop being put into movies on its own, like I don't think that's enough.
No, it's not. I think it fits.
I think how well they did it.
Yeah, I think it fits. That's what I'm saying. I think it fits. Like they're doing it well.
Sunflower fits the narrative, and it's part of that. And a lot of the songs in the movie were part of the narrative. They didn't just like shove a song in it. Like the Netflix movie Bright just has this song about people being impoverished. When there's like orcs and elves, and it's
is that movie good? Or is it bad?
It's like comically bad.
Is it okay?
Like I'll watch it if I want to watch a stupid movie, and I love the concept, but it's just not a good movie. But like music needs to serve like a narrative purpose in the film to justify the use of a song. I think Quentin Tarantino does a good job of that.
Sunflower acted as like a narrative tie-in for like a bunch of like different moments, like beginning, middle, and end. Like it was all.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Spider-Verse is like really fucking good. Really good movie.
Genuinely fantastic.
I don't know how they fucking made the Emoji Movie. Like I saw a Thanos meme of it where it was like perfectly balanced. The Emoji Movie and Spider-Verse.
Like you said, writers and directors.
So bad.
Like I don't think you can really I don't think this is like a big thing to say, but the animation in the Emoji Movie was good. Like as far as like.
Oh yeah, no. Sony's really good at animating. Like Wreck-It Ralph is really good at animation too. They make Wreck-It Ralph, right?
No, Disney.
No,
Disney does it.
Disney.
But the point is like with the right guidance for like. The visuals might be good in an Emoji Movie, but the writing and shit and the plot just fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like, there's real talent behind the animation and all that shit there, and that same talent went into Spider-Verse, and they had good talent as well that went into the Spider-Verse movie. And I'm sure the people that worked on Emoji Movie, like, they probably didn't like having the movie that they spent years on get shit on, and I'm sure there was a lot of company oversight that made that movie not so great.
Dude, I am sure that everyone working on that movie was like, this is gonna be a fucking train wreck. Like, they had to know.
The artists
had to know.
Like had to have like it's part of your job. You're not always gonna work on a project you like.
Yeah, it's like how directors will do a movie that like they're like told to do so you can direct this movie that you want to do. Like Christopher Nolan, like he did the fucking Dark Knight trilogy.
Imagine your first job, like first movie of the job was fucking Sony.
Hell, if you get hired at Sony Pictures to do the Emoji Movie, you're gonna be ecstatic. Because at least you got a job at Sony Pictures.
Yeah, I guess.
And you're not working at like a gas station.
But Quentin...
If you are working at a gas station.
Christopher Nolan, like he has this like really cool thing where like even the movies like his passion projects, like fucking Interstellar, even those are hits. So it's like he's in this bubble where he can just make whatever the fuck he wants. I stole that from a video. I forget which one.
No, there are certain like auteurs in like the film industry that can do whatever they want, and people just gush over it because it's like a movie they made. Because like, what is it? Again, like Quentin Tarantino. I love a lot of his movies, but like some of his newer like movies, like A Hateful Eight, wasn't like amazing, but people still gushed over that because it was a movie that he made, But I know a movie. I know a video.
I like the Hateful Eight.
I'm trying to remember.
I like the Hateful Eight. Did you fight?
I'm trying.
Will you fight?
I mean, it's
no, please.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the video because it was really fucking.
You were gonna say I would win. You stopped yourself because you're like, we're recording. I can't say you'd win.
It was.
Yeah, I would win if I fought Brandon.
Okay.
It was a video. It was a video essay though, and it was really good. So I'm trying to remember what it was because like it was a good fucking watch.
God.
I feel like I want to say Nerd Writer, but I feel like I should.
It wasn't Nerd Writer.
Yeah, no.
No.
It had something to do with the Dark Knight. I'm not sure.
Was it High Top Films?
It might have been. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Or Full Fat Videos.
Whoever made that video. Yes. Good fucking job. I'm so sorry I can't remember.
You guys watch a lot of film YouTube, huh?
I don't watch like commentary or like
Dude, I get- I
Reddit
don't want-
videos, Brandon.
I get lost.
Okay, jeez, back up. I don't want your video.
I know.
Brandon, sometimes you just get lost in like the recommended chain, and like I'll go from watching.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah,
that
like
happens.
I'll watch like 10 of those in a row because they are really engaging. Like I love Cosmonaut Variety Hour.
Yeah.
He's fucking great.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't watch a lot of film YouTube. I don't know. I'm not like super deep in it, so my opinions are like pretty normy when it comes to movies.
Yes,
I mean,
Like,
same here, but it's like I still like enjoy smart analysis of comic book movies because it makes me
yeah,
feel
I'll watch
cool.
them and be
It
like,
makes me feel cooler.
I'll watch them and be like, oh,
Hey,
that's a thing.
hey, that's kind of epic, bro.
Yeah.
I have to write papers on this, so you know I'm required to have better opinions.
Yeah, we get
Better
it.
opinion.
We get it. Diesel, big intellectual.
Diesel's
brain.
like, well, the animation style was really good. And
big,
then I-
big
and-
brain.
And then I'm sitting here like, good movie.
Good movie.
I watch. Good
make
watch.
me good,
Talking-
good laughs.
Speaking
Yeah.
about opinions in media, though, like me and Diesel, like we were like just listening to music earlier today and the other day, and I played some JPEG Mafia, and he was like, it's just noise, and like
It
not,
sounds
that-
like screaming.
Fuck.
That's not the point. Like the point I'm making is like it's JPEG Mafia is like his most recent album was pretty experimental, and you said that it's experimental for a reason.
I mean, like, they call it experimental because it doesn't fit like the normal like genre like tropes that are associated with like rap music. That's the reason you'd call like something experimental.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of hard to like pin down a genre for like Death Grips because they kind of mesh with like
They're all over the
grunge
fucking
and metal and
Like
rap
industrial.
and industrial, yeah. So
I
it's
heard the
like,
name Death Grips and I'm just like, I wouldn't like them.
I feel like you might like one or two of their songs, but not a whole lot.
You
know,
listen
like,
to Get Got, and I don't think you'd listen to any.
I like a lot of like I like a lot of single songs from artists, but like I won't like the artists in general for the most part.
Yeah.
So
For me though, like the JPEG Mafia song I played was real. It's not the N word, but I'm too scared to say it, that it'll be taken out of context. It's like real opposite of positive.
really negative.
no, okay.
Shorten that down.
You know the villain in Spider-Man PS4.
Mr. Negative.
Now take the tiv off of
Yes.
negative. It's real that.
Okay, real that hours.
Yes. Yeah, real that hours.
Okay.
But-
Real that hours.
But it's the sample for like most of the melody of the beat is it's like I forgot what song it's from, but it's a dude like screaming, and I think it sounds really good. Like it gets me really fucking hype, especially like with JPEG, like with Peggy's delivery on the vocals. And, like,
Minecraft was all made with people.
just like when also like the drums go really fast on that shit. Like I love it. And I think there was this other song, like it was the intro track right before real the one. It was 1539 N Calvert. I don't know what it means, but it feels like an address or some shit.
Sure. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You have the floor.
If someone picked it up,
It's-
I was saying
they're-
that Minecraft audio sound.
They're songs off of that album. Like they're both songs off of the same album from JPEG Mafia.
Okay. Diesel, do you understand any of that?
No.
I don't either.
I don't listen to that.
I'm so sorry. I hope someone did. Did someone understand that?
What music do you listen to that might be considered experimental?
I don't know.
I don't listen to anything that like sounds like it's being run through a trash compactor. Really.
Well, I mean,
I listen to.
Death Grips would be
Is
experimental.
that what experimental is? Fucking-
I mean, Death Grips.
You know when you put a fork in like a garbage
Electro
disposal? Music that sounds like that, I don't listen to.
Well, I mean, Death Grips would be considered experimental, and you
True.
Is
I've listened to
experimental
something-
music just fucking gargle noises? Is that all it is?
No.
Not necessarily, no. Like I JPEG Mafia, like some of like what he has that might be considered experimental. It's not all like super like in your face, just unorthodox sounds. It's just sounds you might have heard. Put
I'm gonna
together
sound like an
really
asshole
fucking
here, but I think "Scoop the Poop" from Kanye West is experimental.
Yeah, no, I can agree with
There
that.
you go.
I can agree with that.
I mean, if it's experimental, it's unintentional because like he was clearly making that song to be like to spit in people's faces.
it literally was like poopity scoop.
Like the
scoopity
like
poopity
his
doop.
intention, like if he released it with the intention of it being experimental, I could see that, but that definitely wasn't his intention.
Well, I think one of the
It didn't have lyrics towards the end. It's poopity scoop. Scoopity
point of
doopity whoop.
experimental music is to defy genre conventions, I think, in my opinion. You know, it's to make a statement about the music that's being listened to.
Yeah, poopity scoop.
I mean, I guess
Poopity
you
scoop.
could argue, like, do you think it made a statement about the genre, or that it was just in retaliation to what people were saying about him? Because he, like, his words before leaning into the verse was saying, this next verse, like, it was very much to be inflammatory.
Yeah, but that's part of Kanye's shtick.
It's part of Kanye's shtick, but like he hasn't really done it that kind of way before. At least.
But like, is anybody offended by poop-de scoop? Like, that's the point. That it's not offensive.
It's some people weren't offended like at the thought of poopity scoop, but like it was very.
I can just imagine someone taking a shit listening to that, being like, "I'm offended."
We
poopity scoop.
I love how they have.
I can't believe it.
I love how they have to be taking a shit. But
what else would they do? How else would they be offended? Who would listen to poopity scoop and be like, "I'm offended" if they weren't taking a poop?
It's not the poopity scoop itself. It's the concept of the song. Like it was released to like. People expecting like real fucking music from Kanye or whatever the fuck, or like something to explain himself.
That would piss people off.
Yeah,
they did piss people off.
It's that concept.
No, I remember when it came out. I remember when it came out, and I'm like, "Is this real? Is this like an actual song?"
I fucking bumped that and like so much when it first came out.
It's like, did he actually put poopity scoopity whoop in a fucking song? Is this real? Poopity scoopity whoopity doopity.
For some people, it just felt like a cop out though.
I can see that. I don't know. I mean, like, but at the end of the day, it's just poopity scoop.
As far as like, it is. It really is. It really
it's just poopity scoop, man.
But like as far as experimental shit goes, I don't like. Would you guys consider like something to be experimental? Maybe not for a genre, but for a certain like artist, like something like Iridescence was kind of a step away from what Brockhampton normally does.
Yeah, because I listened to that album, I'm like, this does not feel the same. Like I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, but like personally, that album is like one of their lesser ones. And like I was listening to it and I was like, it's okay, but
it seems like a very different sound.
Yeah, it does. And like I don't know, I prefer I don't even know what albums are from, but like songs like Jello.
Yeah, the Saturation 1 through 3. They could any song.
Yeah, no, those are all really good. Like Boogie's also really good.
Like there's only a
Tokyo.
There's only a couple singles come from like one album or another. Like Boogie is Saturation 3 definitively.
I just know they're all in Saturation.
Yeah,
that's all I know. But it's like just one of the three.
Like one of the biggest things that I noticed there is that there's a severe lack of trap drums and shit on all of the saturations. On fucking Iridescence, like Joubert is fucking littered with trap snares, but in really weird places. And also like they sample a lot of sound effects instead of like just straight up things, and a lot of the melody, if you will, like comes from just consistent bass, like in New Orleans or in Joubert again, or I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I really wish Puppy came out, but it didn't, and probably never will.
No, it's sitting on someone's computer somewhere forever.
Yeah, and they're like, we have it, but you don't.
We'll wait till the controversy is just a footnote in history.
What did you guys think of like the 3 non-album singles they released before that, like 1999, Wildfire, Truman, and Diana?
I liked all of those.
Yeah, I like all of them.
All of those are in my playlist.
Yeah, I loved all of those.
Those were all really good.
I know those songs were getting a lot of flack from people when they first came out.
Really? It's probably because of Amir. It's probably
some people said that Wildfire was like the worst of the 3, but that was one of my favorites of the 3. And I think it was that, Diana, then Truman.
Mine goes. That's hard.
Oh, Buster, I don't know which one to pick.
I don't know. 1997 and then Diana are definitely, I don't know, Wildfire is my least favorite of the 3. So, but I do like all of them. I do have all of them on my playlist, and I will listen to them.
Yeah, I always thought like when they first got released that that was like the numbering system they were using for the Best Years of Our Lives album. Like, and I'm still confused if that's a series of albums or an album in itself, because like it's 1999 towards 1990 or whatever the fuck they're counting down to. Like, I really don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I really wish Puppy came out though, but it's never going to.
Would have been kind of epic.
Yeah, because I remember I heard about it and I was like, oh, I'm looking forward to this, and then it's like, Amir did a thing and we kicked it out because we did the thing, and it was like, Puppy's over. It's like, shit.
That is a great explanation of that event.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He did a thing, we kicked him out, he did a thing, and now he's gone.
It was just a thing.
It was just a thing.
It was a thing.
No, it was.
It was a thing that happened.
Dude, we are not downplaying it at all.
It was really bad. It was really bad.
It was a thing that happened, that definitely happened.
I just don't want to explain the whole guy. I think everyone knows what the hell happened.
A thing did happen. A thing did happen at an instant.
Gotta avoid the demonetization.
That's not even why. It's just
that's our cop out.
I don't want to explain it.
It's our cop out. Buster.
I don't even know exactly what happened. I just know it involved
It's been too long. It's been too long for me.
Doesn't always involve with me.
I can't recall details.
Like,
I can't
either.
either.
So long, I can't accurately recall it off the top.
It's not this much controversy.
Yeah, no, it's over. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, bro, sorry.
It already happened.
So, something interesting happened to our friend Hoover today.
Ooh, PewDiePie!
Yeah.
Wow. That was really interesting.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
If you looked at any of our Instagram stories, we posted us watching it because so we saw the video come out.
Sorry,
and
not
not his. We were really surprised he was in the first 3 minutes of the video.
He was the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was the first 3 minutes. I'm really fucking surprised about that. And it was just really weird seeing him in a fucking PewDiePie video.
Yeah, no.
Because he's honestly the person that I expected. I expected Quacky to be in there, first, before Hoover, right? So it's then Hoover's there, and it's whoa. This is weird. This is a break in the matrix.
It's the smallest of us is now the most important.
Yeah, he's in a PewDiePie video.
It's fucking our Hoover said the fuck word in a PewDiePie video.
And Brad had to censor it.
And guess what? He said that Ray William Johnson probably didn't release the claim because of the goodness of his heart, but because a bunch of YouTubers said something.
I wonder who the YouTubers are.
He stole our points for that video. Our points.
I don't know if I should feel good about that.
He didn't. I'd say steal and jest because they're pretty common.
No, I will say though, Ray William Johnson did not release the claim out of the goodness of his heart. Hoover had to go to the very last step of the copyright system. I'm sure he doesn't mind talking about this.
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
So it's he had to go to the very last step. So basically, he got to the point where it was if you appeal this and it doesn't go through, Ray William Johnson will sue you. He went to that step, all the way there.
He went to that step because when you get there, you also have to say you're willing to sue if you want to keep pursuing.
Yeah, you're willing to be sued, right? So he went to that step, and then 50 minutes after it went through, his team responded, and his team said that we released a claim. Sorry,
Can we say the name from the team?
Wait,
what was it again?
It was Rob.
It was Rob.
It was Rob.
Rob. It was an R.
Yeah, sure. Rob
Philliam Swanson.
Sounds a lot like Ray.
Rob Philliam Swanson. Rob Philliam Swanson.
Rob Philliam Swanson.
Rob Philliam Swanson.
That's a Wild Spartans video right there.
Yeah, coming out in 2 weeks.
Okay, now you guys aren't. That's
you guys aren't filled in.
Yeah, and you've missed a lot.
You've just been filled.
Yeah, but no, that was interesting. Ray got what he asked for. It's funny because he took down the video most likely due to not wanting people to have negative press of him, and that he gets the most negative press at all of all. Yeah,
it's Streisand effect time, boys.
Yeah,
it's
the fucking PewDiePie drops this video, and it's shit.
Yeah. The best part was yesterday, we got a clip tweeted of him saying Ray William Johnson did an oopsie in the beginning of Pew News, and then we we're skimming through the video to try and find the part.
Find it.
We realized it wasn't there,
Yeah.
and that we don't know how it was just in the beginning and it wasn't an actual clip, and then it was in the video the day after.
Yeah, I think he might have talked about it because he did release the copyright video, so I think he talked about it and cut it out.
I'm sure
the Pew News was too long, so he needed to separate it.
It was almost 20 minutes, so I can understand why you need to take it.
Yeah, and
makes sense.
I'm glad he talked about the copyright problems because I don't know why they do this. Every I'd say 2 or 3 years, there's a repeat in the copyright problems where there's a huge issue, and then it stops because they do something.
It's
and then it repeats.
It's people the companies start getting fucking cocky. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but you guys know what's happening with James Key, right?
Yeah.
His channel is at threatening of deletion because of collab DRM. And God.
One of the reasons he got taken down was honestly also a hilarious TikTok meme he made. It was kind of offensive, if you could call it that. It was more of what would you even call it?
Dark humor?
It was dark humor. Yeah, it wasn't really offensive, I'd say, but it was darker humor.
I guess dark humor is inherently offensive, but it's I
don't know who would get offended by it. The person in the video would get offended by that. The person who's reacting to
but the intention, then what's important is the intention was humor.
Yeah, it was just funny. It was hilarious, alright? It was fucking hilarious. And it's that was the thing that got him in trouble mainly. And then there was a bunch of other shit that got him in trouble as well, and it's stupid. It's a company should not have this much power on the platform, and it's I get it.
Especially when the claims they're making are blatantly false.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, they should be like YouTube. Make it fucking required for them to tell me what they're claiming and specify it. Because someone should not be able to be I own this content, and be okay, what content do you own, sir? Oh no, the whole thing. No one should be able to fucking do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
They can't do that. It shouldn't happen.
Also, if you want to appeal a claim, it shouldn't be sent back to the guys who made the decision.
Yeah, they also don't have to prove that it's actually that company. Someone can impersonate someone and make a false claim.
Yeah, which is one thing we were skeptical at first with Ray William Johnson, but then his email popped up on one of the appeals, so we oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
So because anybody can be anybody. So it's someone could actually in theory call themselves collab DRM, not actually be collab DRM, and still strike down your video, and you would think it's collab DRM. It's really broken. There's no yeah, I get why they do it because they don't want legal liability, but still.
It sounds like Collab DRM is actually the ones doing it to James Key because like he's been in contact.
Oh no, I'm not denying that. I'm just saying in theory that could happen. Okay, we're back.
And we're back.
Oops. Cut me off. Diesel's camera.
This isn't mine. This is
White's camera.
They both do the
Diesel's
same.
microphone.
They both do the same thing.
It wouldn't
yeah,
have
they
changed
do,
shit.
I know. Are there any cameras that record longer than that?
Not Canons, I don't think.
Not the Rebel series.
I don't think. Well, does your mirrorless record longer?
Yeah, but it's in 4K, so you're only gonna get a little bit of time.
No, it doesn't record longer. Then it stops it. Wait.
If I recorded at 1080p, it would record longer.
Okay.
I'm not recorded at 1080p.
Well, sometimes I just want to do it in 4K.
Well, I mean, if we're recording an hour-long podcast, just put it.
But I can't attach an external.
Okay. Anyways, Brandon, where were you?
I lost my train of thought now.
Collab DRM impersonating.
Yeah, impersonating people.
James Key getting his shit.
James Key, yeah. Oh no, I was talking about how YouTube. Okay, YouTube has no way for like. I get it. They don't want legal liability, right? But don't give all of the tools to the company. And give them tools, right? I'm not saying don't give them tools, but give the people who are defending themselves that probably are less well off than like Collab DRM also tools to defend themselves that actually like work and are effective and help filter out false strikes and claims because it's a huge problem. It really fucking is, especially recently.
I get like that like there are counterclaim things and those are tools for us to help them, but they are tools that are reliant on the other person being like
We need an unbiased perspective here. We can't just like and sometimes YouTube will email you and say that it's not copyrighted content. Sometimes. I've only said it happened one time.
I've had it once or twice, I think.
Only one time, but it's super rare. But it's like I don't know. Just make it more fair. Make it more level. Make it so the creator has more say than the company, or like not more say.
It should
equal
be
say. Equal say. Because the problem is the company has way more say than creator.
They get to just say that you're guilty and you have to prove you're innocent.
Yeah, and then like, the worst part is most of these companies let the claims expire all the way to 30 days and then reject you. And then if you don't apply within like a couple hours, they get the entire month's revenue of the fucking claim, even if you appeal it again.
It's fucking dumb. Shit, there's
it's so broken.
There's something else I was gonna say.
PewDiePie? No, not PewDiePie.
There's a thing with like even some people who bought licenses for the shit that they're using.
Yeah.
Like they still get claims, even though they have a license. And you could say that like attach your
some people who make their own music get fucking claimed.
Yeah, like the music they make gets claimed. But like you could say that attach the information for your license on the appeal. But it's like that's like a workaround. That shouldn't be a problem that comes to there in the first place. But that's an ideal world, and that's arguing things that like.
Hey guys, remember when YouTube Rewind said that they were gonna, do better in 2019? Oh boy, YouTube, you're doing a great job.
They just meant the rewind. That's the thing. They just meant the rewind.
They just meant the rewind.
Just meant the rewind. Yeah.
They're just like next year's gonna be a better rewind.
Yeah, basically.
That's not why people disliked it. You fucking morons.
To be fair though, like to YouTube, like because like we do show YouTube a lot. They have made some steps to be more transparent. It's just it's hard to find. So for example, on the Creator Studio, if you're a creator, they'll tell you note issues with the site. So like for example, I don't know what it says right now because I can't check it on my phone because it doesn't work on mobile. But they'll tell you like thumbnails aren't showing up properly, or YouTube's not working right in the Nintendo Switch, or something like that. They'll tell you known issue that they're trying to fix.
And it sounds also it seems like they're like being more upfront with us, like about like new features, like like there'll be like little notifications at the top of your studio.
Yeah, like how they're getting rid of the automatic tweets.
They're getting rid of automatic tweets, and annotations. Like they let us know this stuff, and like we might get angry, but at least we know about it.
They're telling us before they fucking pull it on.
We know it's about to happen. We know the Creator Studio shit is gonna happen. Like they're being more communicative with us, and we do appreciate that. Like we shit on YouTube a lot, but like we do understand that as a big fuck off corporation with millions of people to fucking satisfy, advertisers and creator like that, it's a big fucking job.
Yeah.
And like, but without this dialogue from both sides, it's hard to like.
There was also, I think it's a good example of like why YouTube has to be so like not paying attention. It's because of the Viacom lawsuit. There's a video by Emperor Lemon that basically goes over this.
Are they being sued?
But this is from back in the day.
Oh yeah. When the first lawsuit.
That was the first lawsuit, and they basically said, like we can't see like everything that's on the website, and I'm being very reductive about it, but like that's part of the reason they can't be so like open or say like what they know goes on the site. They just have to take preventative measures.
Yeah,
it's
so
like
they can get sued.
Like it's physically impossible for like a team of YouTube, like a team of staff, like physical people to know everything that happens on the website. Like these algorithms need to exist, like for the website to be able to stay up.
Yeah.
And so we can do what we want. Like we have to find.
And they can't necessarily tell you everything, because if it did, then like you would know, you could be able to exploit it. Fuck, I was gonna say something else about the shit. Oh, they have what's the channel called? Creator Insider. They have a channel called Creator Insider where they get personalities. I'd say like that's like really like loose.
I think it's literally just their staff, isn't it?
It is.
It's their staff, but like they're the personalities on the channel. Anyways, they have some of their staff update people on like things that happen on the website, and like they're like, no offense to them, but they are by no means like video creators at all. Like they'll have segments where like they have like the outro in place, or the guy's turning off the camera, or it's like he's like staring at his phone, like reading a script, and he'll just start talking. Like they're by no means like creators, but like they do inform you about things that are happening.
I'm pretty sure that the people that are actually working on the stuff that they're talking about.
Yeah,
they are. So it's like they're also doing work on YouTube, and it's like they inform you on things that are happening. So if you're a creator and you want updates. What the fuck are you people doing?
Keep going.
Do look up Creator Insider on YouTube, and then do that, and then you'll get some good shit for that. Anyways, can you guys stop, please? There's still gonna be audio listeners.
Okay, I understand that.
Okay, can we finish our game first, prick?
Dear God, I have to stall because they're playing. What is that game called?
Sticks.
They're playing Sticks.
I'm gonna lose.
Diesel's losing.
It's gonna be epic,
Diesel's
brother.
losing. Diesel's getting his ass kicked. Oh, Diesel lost. No, he didn't lose yet. Come on, Diesel. Come on.
I'm losing.
Come on.
I think I'm losing.
Come on, Diesel. You can do it. You can lose. You can lose, Diesel. Oh, Diesel lost. Wow, what a surprise. I am in deep shock.
If you went for the other hand.
All right, Brandon.
I'm
we don't need to be passive aggressive here.
That's not passive aggressive.
Mister, we're in a tundra.
Excuse me. I'd like to refrain from talking about this.
I don't want to talk about it.
Brandon has consumed so much boomer juice in the last 24 hours, I'm pretty sure he's actually gonna turn purple. Look at that. His sweatshirt's
Oh my
purple.
god, he turned purple. He's a great now.
Thanos, Brandon.
Thanos Brandon. Oh my god, the real Brandon would never turn into Thanos. Oh my god, this can't be real. I'm shaking. I'm crying.
I have an Infinity Gauntlet in my room. They don't know about it.
I do, bitch.
You actually do have one, yeah. I went to Walmart and bought one. Just kidding, I didn't buy one.
You should.
I did buy air.
If you're looking for like a cool thing to put on a fucking shelf, they're actually pretty dope.
Compressed air.
I'd rather have air.
To put on
No.
He bought compressed air.
It's not compressed air. I don't know what the fuck I choked on. It's not compressed air.
Not compressed air.
It is compressed. It's in a can.
It's
but like
it's not
compressed air.
traditional compressed air.
It's not compressed air.
It's compressed oxygen.
So like you can actually breathe it. Don't stick compressed air in your fucking mouth.
So yeah.
Or do.
So I saw an ad. I saw
No!
an ad at the airport for like fucking bottled oxygen, and I was like, what? This is peak capitalism. And I saw it, and I'm like, I need this. And then we went to a Bass Pro Shop as a meme, because like we drove by this place to go see Spider-Verse, and it was like this fucking massive goddamn store. Massive goddamn store. It's huge. It was bigger. It was like, I don't know, what would you compare it? Amusement park? That's what someone said.
It was like walking into a Cracker Barrel that just sold hunting equipment.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was so big, like there was like a little like laser shooting range kind of meme.
Yeah.
Like there was a like fish fucking
There was an
aquarium
aquarium,
Yeah.
a waterfall.
And like I've been to a
It was
Bass
2
Pro,
stories.
I've been to a Bass Pro Shop before. They usually like that with the aquarium and the shooting
They're
thing.
like they're big and shit, but like they ain't that.
That one was big. That one was real big. Like imagine a normal size Walmart. It was like double the size of a normal size goddamn Walmart. So
Like,
it was big.
Like I think Henry put it pretty good. Like the closest thing they have to a shop that size in the UK is like an IKEA. But imagine you could see everywhere in the IKEA at once.
Yeah,
And it was made out of like maple wood.
Yeah, it was.
entire IKEA.
It was huge.
Like
It
they
was
had clothes. They had like a miniature restaurant there too.
They had
Yeah.
a restaurant.
Yeah.
In the Bass
And again, like
Pro Shop.
Target has
And
restaurants.
the door handles were guns.
Yes.
Well, there was like this little study area specifically.
Yeah. Okay, but back on topic. They had compressed oxygen there. It was $15 for the can. I bought it because I need to buy this. Like it's peak capitalism. It's like like what's the fucking movie called?
It's the Lorax.
Yeah, the Lorax.
Yeah.
It's like that is the Lorax. I need to buy this.
It reminded me of Spaceballs.
Yeah, and I was like, this is
Have you seen Spaceballs?
Yes.
this is it.
Yeah, you know what I mean then.
Yeah.
Canned air. I need to buy this. This is the future. This is
You
capitalism.
could have bought flavored air and you didn't.
They didn't have flavored air.
They didn't have flavored air. Never mind.
No, it was just
We
very
find flavored air.
No, if there was flavored, like it was mint, I'd be like, oh, that's some mint O2. I'll take some mint O2. Strawberry O2. I'll take some strawberry. You know, I would have gotten strawberry or something. It's just normal oxygen.
What is it actually for though?
Sports. So like since
Or mountain climbing.
high altitude, so it's like less oxygen. So you take those, and you know every so often. It's like
Helps you adjust.
Yeah, it's a hit of oxygen, basically. So if you don't live in high elevation or do sports, it's not worth your money. It's just not. It's $15.
People who live at sea level would probably need it just to like
Yeah,
walk
no.
around.
If you live at sea level and you come here, it might make sense to get it.
Yeah.
I live at sea level. I'm fine.
Maybe it's because you're an absolute unit.
That would make it harder for me to breathe.
I don't know how it works. I only studied biology a year.
Henry said he's been having like some breathing issues while he's been up
Yeah, he's
here.
also not been drinking water.
That too.
Henry has
only been drinking.
Henry
gas.
has a
I'll be
abundance of
honest, since I
problems.
got off the plane, I've been eating the worst shit, and my stomach has been fucking rolling.
He had to get tummies. Oh.
Tummies?
Oh.
Henry just
somebody-
Henry just like punched the door, but he didn't
Oh.
open it.
I had to get Tums.
Hi. We're talking about your health problem.
Yeah.
Hi, Henry Blue Snake.
Henry, do you want to enlighten them on how your dehydration?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come around.
Drink water,
Hi.
retard.
I'm Sam Diesel's lap right now. I'm a ghost.
Yeah, he died. It was a good run.
Bye.
My chest hurts.
I just realized like
That's not good.
without the beanie, he looks strangely like SoCal Christ. Speaking of which, do we want to talk about that at all?
I don't know. What is there to talk about?
I don't know enough about
I haven't watched the update completely.
Yeah.
So
I haven't watched.
I'm not
I didn't know.
educated.
Wait, there's an update video.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't
no,
watched
okay.
it completely.
All right,
so-
I guess we can't talk about it because whenever.
I mean, we could just like go over the situation real quick. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, okay, so you want to explain it?
Yeah, sure. What I heard was that SoCal Christ needed our help to get like custody of his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, growing up, he was in a cult, and he married someone while in that cult and had kids with her. But he left that cult to like try and get out and shit. And he's trying to get custody of his kids so they don't get raised in said cult.
Yeah.
And his parents are teaming up with his ex-wife because they view him as like a heretic or whatever, or like an outcast.
Yeah.
And to get like custody of his children, he needs like a psychological evaluation.
Is he from? Where's he from originally?
I have no
I don't
clue.
know.
I could look it up, but like it might not pop
But
up.
like he needs like
Yeah.
some kind of psychiatric evaluation. or
SoCal
something.
Christ, probably Southern California.
He needs
I don't think he is though.
Really?
whatever it is, like he needs like some evaluation of his like mental state or whatever. I'm not sure.
He needs to prove that they are in a cult.
Like he needs to prove.
No, he said that it was a psych evaluation to prove that he was fit to be like a parent.
Okay.
And, like,
And that was what his lawyer was saying was like the best hope for him to get his kids.
like he needs to and like to do that though, it costs a lot of money. So he's starting a GoFundMe for like $13K or something.
No, it wasn't a GoFundMe, it was Patreon.
Oh, a Patreon.
Because like I don't know, he said he should have did a GoFundMe, but the thing is GoFundMe doesn't allow you to do legal funds anymore. So he did a Patreon and said I don't know why he said he should, but he did PayPal and GoFundMe, or no, PayPal and Patreon. And I don't know how many people donated PayPal because it's not public, obviously. But like a Patreon got a decent amount, like 2 months off of that, and like he could
Yeah.
pay for it.
Up until now, I've been kind of skeptical to like say anything about it because like I wasn't sure how true what he was saying was because like
There was no proof, but like I don't know. Personally, I was just like, it seems very real, and like the things he didn't mention made sense not to mention. So like I didn't really question it too much.
So like you didn't mention like the name of the cult.
Yeah, he said cult, and like he avoided talking about like specific names and things like that. And I was like, that makes sense if
That does make sense.
It makes perfect sense. So I was like, it seemed like a really genuine video. Like I watched it and I was like, I think it's real personally. Either that or he's a really good actor.
I don't know. The cult stuff is it's really scary. There was a thing that I watched from God, I can't remember.
Also, his Patreon's at $16 grand per creation. So.
Hold on, give me a second. I'm doing my thing.
Boopity boop 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 boop. Come on, Google.
Yeah.
Google.
Okay. So like a little bit ago, I went on like a cult related binge and looking up at like cult stuff, and one of the ones that was really creepy was like this 12 Tribes cult that was in like Canada. That's why I was asking where it's from. They're originally from Canada, but basically it's this cult that like is super reclusive. They sell like herbs and stuff, but they have like recruitment stations called the Yellow Deli. So they have delis right? And they're like, they'll make friends with you, and they'll bring you in to be like, oh, do you want to come and learn about Jesus? Or they don't call him Jesus, they call him Yeshua in their cult. And so you go, and then you get indoctrinated into their cult like that. And that's how they recruit members. And they're like they're a commune. They have strict gender policies. Kids aren't allowed to have imaginations. They'll be beat if they're imagining or playing with other kids.
How do they know they're imagining? It's like, I see you staring at the wall.
I don't know.
If you like, well, I mean, like, think about
Fuck.
it. As a kid, like, you made up fucking scenarios just to hang out with like your kids, like your friends or whatever. And it's like you just like pretend stupid shit. Like it's like I'm a Power Ranger, and it's like I guess in that cult like you get fucking punched.
That sounds really bad for a kid's development.
Seriously.
It is obvious.
That sounds like you're
fuck
making a
you
fucking robot.
Yeah.
That sounds
no,
bad.
well, what they're trying to do is develop like I think it's something like 1,200. It's a very specific number. You know how cults always like focus around doomsdays. So they're looking at the Book of Revelations. They're trying to make perfect offspring, right? That breathe fire, right? For the second coming.
Is this real?
This is a real cult.
Sorry, Buster. No one's gonna breathe fire.
Yeah.
Unless you shove a blowtorch down their throat, they're not gonna breathe fire. Sorry.
It's really creepy, but also super interesting. In a way.
No, it sounds interesting, but like Jesus Christ, I would not want to be. I don't want to be in the same state as these people.
There's a channel. His name's Telltale, and he does like cult. Like he breaks down things to see if they're a cult or not, using a thing called a bite model. He's a really interesting guy. He used to be in Jehovah's Witness. And now he's an atheist, and he basically determines like, oh, is this a cult or not, or is it just a religion?
That's interesting.
And he covered 12 tribes, so it's a really interesting video.
I want to watch this now.
Yeah, no, he's very educated on it.
Did he cover Scientology, or is that not considered?
I think he might have. He spends a lot of time talking about Jehovah's Witness because he's an activist for it.
Yeah.
But he does cover like a lot of different religions as well.
So we're all in agreement Scientology is totally a cult.
Scientology's totally.
Totally.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the Messiah.
Tom Cruise, the leader of the
I don't
cult.
think Tom Cruise is in it anymore.
Really?
Not?
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to look this up.
He might have left. I mean, it's not.
I don't know how you leave Scientology and get
It's
away
not
with
as
it.
popular to be a Scientologist anymore, but like they
Was it
are.
ever popular?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
What? It was
But, like,
popular?
The
Oh my
issue with
God.
Scientology is that they're bad and they have a lot of money, but like
Yeah, they bought what fucking thing did they buy? It was like a web game. It wasn't Webkins. It was like some fun animal game.
was it
Animal Jam.
It was not Animal Jam, no.
would be
Fuck,
fun.
I forgot when it was.
Neopets?
No, I don't see like it was Neopets. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Oh no! They didn't buy it. Like during its development, I think it was under control, but like I don't know how much it leaked into the actual game. I don't think it's currently owned by it.
I need to look it up later, but like they did something with that, and like
Like,
there was a documentary I watched.
There was a documentary, and apparently, like I read an article. I didn't read.
No,
I
you
didn't
didn't
watch the
quit.
documentary.
Oh, never mind.
Apparently, there was an internal power struggle between like the Scientologists who were trying to own it and like the people like who weren't Scientologists.
Yeah. By the way,
Wow.
Tom Cruise is still in Scientology. so-
Never mind. He's still a creep.
Yeah.
Like
Tom Cruise can't put Scientology
the
to
Neopets
Scientology.
shit is really interesting, but like I don't have all the details on head because I read this article forever fucking ago.
No, I was a while ago since I watched it too. It
Yeah,
was
but
something like,
it was really interesting, like just how it played out.
Yeah, it was something like the devs were like really like so like the devs had like this job and like it was like a low wage job and they were designing this website and this game and then like Scientology was like, hey, we can fund that, we can fund that game. And they funded the game and then they're like, oh, that's Scientology, that's bad. They figured it out afterwards. So
Yeah.
This is kind of unrelated to cults, but it's like on a fixation with numbers. I don't know like if either of you like Brent, you both probably know like about the SCPs, but like I don't know how much you're into them.
I've watched.
I've tried to look more into it, but I actually couldn't find fucking information.
On SCPs. Are you?
Yeah.
They're fan.
There's
like,
an entire website.
No, I looked it up. I was like, okay.
This is hard to
looking into it.
navigate.
No, I was like, where the fuck do I go? I was like, I don't know where to go.
So
I wanted to learn more about it because I thought it was interesting.
It really is interesting, but like you go to scp-wiki.net, I think it was. And like I usually just click on random SCP and have some fun with it.
Okay.
Like you can literally and like there are references to other like stories, other SCPs, other groups of interest and shit like within those articles that.
How do SCPs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do those come about?
So
Are they entirely fictional?
It was like-
they're
What?
entirely fictional. Yes.
Okay.
It was a
Well,
story
there's
writing
one.
contest to begin with.
There's one. It's Rasputin. Like the Rasputin is an SCP, and that is one of my fucking favorites.
What the hell is that?
Rasputin, like from Russia.
Oh.
Okay.
Like fucking, but there was this one, it was SCP-4023, I think, and it essentially focuses around the number 23, like so much. Like there's 23 separate anomalies, if you will, that are part of this one SCP.
These always give me goosebumps. You just said 23, and I was like, they focus on one number. Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
But SCP-4023-6 or 06, I forgot. It's a memetic thing apparently, where
Memes.
the user, where the person who knows about the effects of SCP-4023-6 is fucking like they become like gradually more obsessed with the number 23, and like the symptoms and shit. It reads as like you like slowly delve into it. Like where like you just start noticing 23 like in passing and shit a little more, like how like say like when you're looking for a new product, like you're in the new market for a new computer, you see that computer everywhere.
I don't like this.
And then like,
because this is totally something that could happen because someone could have like a someone could have a whatchamacallit effect. Why am I losing
Mandela effect?
No, placebo effect.
But it's like as you go on, like you start trying to justify your obsession with it, and like it just keeps going until like you have paranoia and shit about it.
Is that what you're doing now?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
God.
sharing it with you, but like
someone who's listening to this podcast is not gonna have a problem with number 23 the rest of their goddamn life.
The thing is though, like people who are exposed to it, like they're able to continue their lives. It's not like an incredibly intrusive SCP. It's just fixation with the number 23.
Dude, this gives me goosebumps. It's so
I know,
weird.
it's
like I know realistically it's not real, but like that side of me is
It's
just
the
like,
placebo effect.
what if this shit is
Like,
real?
There's some good ones to read.
But, like,
I've read about some good ones on Reddit, but not on the actual.
There are
So
like there's what was I gonna say? But it's the containment procedures are self-contained within this document, which I thought was like really interesting. Like the night before we came out here, the reason I only got 2 hours of sleep was because that whole fucking SCP article, it's 23 separate ones, and I read through that entire damn thing because like I was fucking hooked. And the other day, some kid said 23 on TikTok, and I was like, it's real, it's happening.
That's the trick to the story, though.
Yeah, no, like it's like that one, like the whole story. It's like it's interesting how it ties 23 all together and shit.
We're gonna
but, like,
fucking see 23 now.
But, like,
what the fuck is going
seriously.
on?
It's gonna take like 3 weeks for us to forget about this.
But the 4023-6 thing is the one that like I think like makes it stick in your mind. But there's on a lighter note. You know, SCPs could be like a recurring thing because there's so much fun shit about it.
They are fun. No,
also, Lord Bung's Confinement series. If you haven't watched it, get a fucking life.
It's fucking great.
It's fantastic.
Every episode seems like an improvement to the animation.
Infinite
It's fucking
IKEA.
great. It's
Yeah,
great.
the Infinite IKEA is
It's
a great one.
It's great.
But there's this one fucking SCP. I forgot the number, but essentially it's a couch. And if you go in between the cushions of the couch, it's a portal to an island.
Diesel tried it.
Of normal like fauna and shit. But the island is inhabited entirely by furniture like creatures. Like there's couches and shit, and there's like little miniature pillows.
Is this like one of the what's that movie?
It's so fucking funny.
I remember like visuals, but I don't remember names. Fucking movie Button Mom.
Movie Button Mom?
I've never
Mom
seen
had
that.
button eyes.
Coraline?
Coraline.
Well,
is it like that where it turns progressively more evil?
I mean, like,
Or is it just a fun couch land?
it's just an well, like it's a proper ecosystem. There's apex predators and shit. Like there's fucking like there's the beds eat the couches or something. I forgot. Like fucking
So, wait.
So like you know how like there's like a food chain in the fucking Amazon forest.
So what the fuck would a human do in there? Would they have no predators?
They're not part of the ecosystem.
They're not part of the
So
ecosystem.
They would be an invasive species. They would
Could
be
you
they'd be
kill
invasive
Could you
species.
kill a bed and then use it?
Probably.
You could probably make something with it, but if I recall, the insides are like properly fleshy or whatever.
Ew, that's-
Ew.
Not like fleshy. Sorry, not fleshy. Shut up. Not fleshy, but like organs made out of like furniture shit,
That's still
like cloth and stuff.
The future's now, man. The future's
But, like,
now.
I want a cloth heart out of a bed.
It's a really interesting concept. Like apparently, like there was a brief document like where like this explorer found the couch in 1859 or whatever, or like before that, and like he decided to go in and keep a diary, and he was like, this evil bed ate some innocent little pillows. I'm gonna fucking kill it, and then he died. But like that bed like was maimed forever, and he was rejected by his pack or some shit. It was so funny. I love that fucking SCP.
It sounds like an interesting one. Quick question, so I know we should have asked this before. Are we going to end the podcast before the 30-minute timer of the camera or after?
I think we should end it before, so that way we don't accidentally go oopsie.
Okay, so you should probably do it before we have an oopsie, which is about now, because there's about 5 minutes left.
I'll
Okay.
outro it because you introed.
Okay.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Loud Mouse Podcast. It is much appreciated. This IRL one is a special event. You can follow us on Twitter.
No more
and Instagram.
visuals for you.
You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at loudmouse_. We are on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube, and also Google Play, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
So check us out on any of those. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. We'll see you guys next time.